Ma'am,
Hey,
you
how
can
are
have a
you?
seat. How's your day been?
Good. And yourself?
All right.
Good. Yes.
All right. Let's get started with your interview. Okay. First question: how does your past work experience prepare you for this role?
So I am looking to be an entrepreneur. So in my past roles, I have applied to certain jobs, and I got the ability to learn how different jobs and operations work, what it takes to own a business, and the teamwork and things that go behind it.
Okay. 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 What inspires you to pursue your career in the Pacific industry?
What inspires me is so my dad is also an entrepreneur, owns multiple businesses, and I look up to that because I like to have my own income, make my own time. I have to worry about clocking in at a certain time, clocking out, and
Right.
being in control of what I want and how I want things done.
That's great. That's great.
Mhm.
How do you keep up with the date with the latest development and trending in this industry?
So likewise now, I do have experience with like social media and marketing things, different things like that. So a lot of apps that I may use is TikTok. They usually keep up with the latest trends, things like YouTube, Instagram. That also helps me find a way on what my population likes, what my customers like,
That's
so
great.
that I can fulfill the products to the most of their needs.
Could you share with me a difficult situation that you have encountered in the previous jobs and explain how you managed
So at one of my jobs, my past experience was working at Wingstop. I had got moved up in my position, and I began becoming in charge and training new employees. One thing we faced is where we were in a time where we didn't have a lot of employees, so there were a lot of new trainees coming in. I had to train people, and it caused friction within the upper management because they felt like nobody could learn fast enough. We are getting a lot of complaints, and I had to step in, work a few more hours, and create a team and a schedule that could work for everybody to get the product out fast enough to the customer's needs.
it? Okay, okay. What unique skills and qualities do you bring to this position?
For this position, I bring leadership. I know how to cooperate and work in difficult times and try to make the best of it. I'm very timely with my work, so I make sure things are done and the what that needs to be done to the best of my ability, as well as brainstorming. I'm very creative and can make new ideas, like I said, to the liking of other people.
Okay. In a fast-paced environment, how do you decide which tasks is to manage your time effectively?
So I like to work. I would say maybe backwards for some people. I like to do the hard things first and the easy things last. So I like to do hard things first, make sure all those things are done, so that the easy work is left, in the end, and I'm still able to put as much effort in as I can.
Can you like give me an example of like a project you worked on and that you're proud of, and explain that what you contributed to success?
A project back in high school. So actually, I could talk about my business and management class. You asked what again? I'm sorry.
I asked, would you like explain that what you contribute to success?
So yeah, in the business management class, the job was creating a business plan for a product to launch. I was basically in charge of a lot of writing on the PowerPoint. So basically, I also created the graphic design for the logo for the product, which was a car washing business. I developed a way that would see customer needs, different things like discounts, um, different things like that. Also, how we transport the product to the customer's needs. So, were we using a truck? When the days would people be higher? How much the pay was? Different things like that.
Okay. Can you describe a time when you collaborated with a team and accomplished and shared with me, please?
At the time I accomplished with the team. Well, back in high school when we worked on an assignment, um, to think of some ways to better the school.
Mhm.
Thought of ways that again would succeed the needs of the students. Of course, we want to succeed the needs of the teachers, but the students are the ones coming there, putting in that time and effort, as well as we wanted to make sure that the teachers were provided with the best environment. So we thought of fundraisers and things to bring people more out into the school. Also thought of ways of like extracurriculum. I classes that offer maybe extra credit or extra help to students that need help in times where they work from difficult households and different things like that.
How do you consider to be the most significant opportunities and challenges that you face in the industry today?
Well, I would say now, especially after COVID, it was very difficult with a lot of businesses being owned because a lot of things were shut down, prices were raising, different things like that, and things like that. In situations like that, you learn to use the best of your ability and what you have
Right.
to benefit your own business. using things like being mobile instead of having a place where everyone has to come to, and that's not preventing, but allowing more sicknesses and different things like that to happen. So creating a mobile mobility in a more suitable way where your customers could come get to your product or come buy from you, even in times of where the world may be shut down.
Okay, how do you handle pressure and tight deadlines in your work?
What I like to do personally, I always like to plan ahead. So I may do an assignment 2 weeks before time, just in case. Oh, I need to go back and fix an assignment. I have the time to. Or if things come up, because again, things always come up. I have time to fill in the empty spots and do the work that needs to be done.
Okay, what do you think is set apart from other candidates applying for this position?
I would personally say I'm very hardworking, and when I want something, I'm a go getter. I'm going to go get it no matter what the concern is. I also always love to put my best effort in and leave a mark, so something that somebody can remember me as. And like I said, I'm also good with leadership. So if everyone else isn't doing anything, I'm going to step in and put my foot and be like, "Hey, this needs to be done. Let's find a way for this to be done in a timely manner, and with the best effort put in."
Can you discuss a time when you had to lead a position for a project or from like start to finish?
Start to finish. I can say there was a project back in high school that I had to do, and we were assigned with a group, but some of the other members didn't show up, so I was left. Me and one other person was pretty much left to do a 4-person assignment. Left us with only 2. However, that assignment really pushed us more to be like, okay, we can do it better because it's 2 of us now, so we can work with each other rather than relying on when is everybody available.
Okay. How do you prioritize continuously learning and professionally developing your career?
What I like to do is always, like I said, stay up to date with things. So using things like either Google, YouTube, social media, different things like that. I always want to look up or even buying ebooks or digital products and courses on how I can evolve and change my mindset because the market always changes. So looking at ways how I might gain a customer's appeal to what I'm selling, or what's a better way to market to sell that product, or what are the new trendy ways of making money that also is passive income, and it's not just income that you may make for a couple months just because it's trendy, but something that can continue to grow.
Okay. Can you discuss a time when you resolve a conflict with you and a coworker or client?
A coworker or a client. So I do hair on the side, and with that, I make my own schedule. And sometimes people aren't always on time and aren't concerned with my time. So, however, because I knew one of my customers at the time were dealing with a situation, I allowed them to come after hours. Now, yes, I did charge an extra price, but that allowed them to deal with whatever they were going through in their life and still get their hair done. Also, providing a safe environment where they felt welcome and understood that it's okay to come late. I'm gonna still make sure you're fine.
Okay, last question. What do you know about our company and why you would like to work here?
So what I know about entrepreneurship and getting into rental properties, things like Airbnbs, car rental services, I know that again that is a passive income, and I feel like as time goes on, that is only an industry that's going to grow. Things like Airbnb, a lot of people don't want to go to hotels anymore because of the restrictions. So a lot of people want to have a full house where they can go to for vacation. Why not own your own Airbnb that you can constantly rent out? Same thing with a car or a rental place where parties go. People always having birthday parties, always having wedding anniversaries or a gathering or a banquet. Why
Right.
not continue to grow a bigger space that people can host those events in?
Thank you for sitting with us today.
Thank you so
Tiani,
much.
have a nice one of your day. We'll contact you and reach you out.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good one.